right next to me is one of the only unibody trucks that you can buy. This is the 2025 Honda Ridgeline all-wheel drive Sport. Is it good? Is it absolutely awful? And is it worth it? Well, in this video, I'll be taking you through everything this vehicle has to offer, and let's see. Is it worth it? Because this vehicle is worth $41,000 after destination and delivery fees. Is it worth it? Let's see. For people that don't know what a unibody is, that means the body and the frame are connected into one singular structural unit, where the difference of non-unibody is the body and frame are separate. And some of the advantages of a unibody is better handling, better interior space, and overall lighter vehicle. Thank you to Executive Honda of Wallingford, Connecticut for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below. Let's dive right into it and talk about the front of the vehicle, because I believe Honda's absolutely nailed this front. Now, they didn't go the aggressive, rough, truck route. They went the more happy and calm route, and I think they pulled it off. Now, it's not as cute as the Miata, nowhere close to that, but it has a little cuteness to it. You have LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, but you do not have LED turn signals. These are halogen down here, and they're actually really far down compared to it, so it's kind of odd how they separated it. And then they also separated your fog lights. Your fog lights are tucked in between there, like this really, really far down. These are LED though, so at least you have LED fog lights. And I will say, the LED daytime running lights, I cannot get to work on this vehicle. I know those are, but I personally can't figure them out. Up front, you have the Honda badge right front and center. Everyone knows what you're driving. This really cool front grille. Now, it looks like a bull bar from like a police car. I like it. Up here, there's no airflow, but at least down here, there is airflow. So I can stick my hand in there, more airflow to the engine. And then actually all the way down here, there's more airflow to the engine. Sport badge all in red. And then back over here, sorry that I didn't do this earlier, you have this little air pocket that actually sucks air to the side of the vehicle to improve the aerodynamics. And I could just stick my whole hand in there if I want to. Under the hood is where Honda destroys those people that say it's not a real truck, this is a unibody. Because this is a real engine. This is a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6. A lot of other trucks that are not unibodies are going 4-cylinder turbocharged engines, putting less power for better fuel economy. This is a naturally aspirated V6, and they don't make a lot of these anymore. The V6 is kind of dying. This vehicle has 280 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque, all going through a 6-speed automatic transmission. And all the power is going to all 4 wheels since it's an all-wheel drive vehicle. And this engine gives this vehicle an average of 21 miles to the gallon. And actually, funny enough, this is the same engine out of the Honda Odyssey. So Honda said, you know what, that same V6 that we have in the Odyssey, let's throw it in the truck. Or hey, actually it could have been vice versa, the truck first, then the Odyssey. But whatever it is, it's the same engine as the Odyssey. If you like cars just like me, you can hit that subscribe button down below. Only takes 1 second, helps me out a lot. Thank you. The key fob of this vehicle is very simple. You just got black plastic there, Honda logo on this side, lock, unlock, typical stuff every car has. Double tap the lock, hit this button, and the vehicle should remote start, and there it goes. It is a truck, so there's no roof rails on top of the vehicle. There is no sunroof on this specific model of the Sport trim. On the higher trims, it does come with sunroofs. These mirrors have blind spot monitoring built into it. It's just not on the mirror. It's inside here, so that will light up when a vehicle comes next to you. So technically not the mirror itself, but the mirror. There's no turn signals on the mirror, and these wheels have 18-inch alloy rims with all-season weather tires. And then come up to the door here with keys in a pocket. Just hit this button and the vehicle locks. Now you can't open it, but what if you want to unlock it? Just grab the handle there and it unlocks. Open up the rear door and you're greeted to plastic. I mean, there's plastic pretty much everywhere here. Up here, the middle. This is a leather type material. It's kind of nice and plush to rest your arm. Little spot for coins. Down here, it's all plastic, like completely all plastic, speaker grill. I kind of wish there was another pocket here. I don't know why there's no kind of pocket. It's just blank here. Like, what's even the point of that? And like this dent. Now you do have a cup holder here and a little spot for some snacks, so at least they gave you that, and that's plastic, so wash it away. But I wish there was more to this door than just that. Inside here, it's cloth seating. This trim has all cloth seating, and it's okay legroom. I'm 5'8", I'm not the tallest. This is set to my driving position, and the legroom is okay. Let's see, headroom. Sorry for my sweaty face, but headroom is actually pretty good. I would say a 6-foot-tall person can fit in here decently fine. Wouldn't be that bad. Pockets on both back of these seats here. And again, it's nice and squishy. It's not bad, not like leather, nice and luxurious, but it's not bad at all. The middle seat here does start to get a little tighter because this piece here, but I don't have to really man spread. I can sit like this, totally fine, and 3 adults, perfect in this. 2 rear AC vents. You do not have any USB-A, USB-C ports, but you have a cigarette lighter outlet, so plug in a thing there, connect multiple phones. Not bad at all, actually. Now, if you have no middle seat passenger, you can pull this down, and you have a cup holder armrest. Those are pretty small, but I'm assuming they fit a normal sized drink there. It's actually nice and plush. Some spot for snacks, and you actually have a middle headrest, so you can lift that up all the way. That's very cool. And these go up more if you want also. But I'm not finished with the back seats, because what's really cool back here is these seats can lift up. So let's say you don't have anyone in the back seats here and you want to throw groceries, but you don't want to use the bed and get exposed to everything. You could just use this. Just hit this little lever, pull this up, and then you could fit all your groceries down there. Open up the front door and you're greeted to everything I wanted the rear door to be. You have these like side pockets down here, a nice little pocket there, put an umbrella, a little pocket there for change, and then storage pocket for snacks there. Speaker grill, that's to open up the little gas tank there, pops it right open. And then you have more trim here. So this is kind of the leather type trim, nice plush, rest your arm there, spot for more coins. Window controls, 2 of these are auto, so 1 touch down, 1 touch up. These you do have to hold. Lock your door opener, and then up here is actually soft touch plastic. So in the back it's all hard touch plastic. At least they give you some soft touch here, and then this little cool trim plastic piece. Both the front seats are cloth, and they're actually bucket seats, so they fit you in really well there. There is no lumbar controls, and it's all manual control. So up and down, the tilt, and then forward and back. Same for the passenger. Turn on the vehicle to push a start, and you are greeted to a very simple but yet usable digital gauge. Now it's like half digital here and then analog over there. So you have your analog speedometer, but then a digital speedometer in the middle. And if you see, this whole part is a screen here, and this can be changed to a lot of different things. So use this little dial down here and then scroll down. So you have audio, phone, navigation, all-wheel drive torque distribution, maintenance, tire pressure. Let's hit tire pressure, and it'll show your tire pressure there. So when you're, putting tire in your, or air in your tires, you could see, okay, is it good tire pressure? You don't have to get those like meter things. It's all right there for you. And then you could have no content if you don't want anything. This vehicle has a leather-wrapped, non-heated steering wheel with your volume controls over here, your voice controls, that little thing to control the screen, which I showed you there. Over here is a lot of your safety controls. This has adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and then you have a backup camera with moving trajectory lines. So it's not the clearest camera at all, but it gets the job done, and then you have different views if you want to. And this also has collision mitigation braking and road departure mitigation. The touchscreen in this vehicle is actually amazing. It's color, wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, super responsive, has everything you want in this. But what's really cool is you have a lot of shortcuts down here. So Honda is made it simple and nice. They have physical buttons on the side, but then digital physical buttons, if you kind of catch my drift here. So instead of scrolling through everything, let's say you want to get to phone, but you don't want to scroll through everything, just hit there, boom, sends you right to the phone. But let's say I want to go to trip computer, boom, and you go there. And the cool thing is you can, as far as I know, yes, you can change some things around. So how to change these shortcuts, you just hold this down here and it'll say frequently used apps are down here. But let's say if I want a different app there, I should be able to say, okay, I want USB instead of the FM radio. Just drag that and boom, it switches that. So all these apps can be added as a shortcut. So you can go back down here, hit USB, and it'll go directly to that. But then, like I said, there's physical buttons. So let's say you're deep in a menu and you don't know how to get out. You just hit the home button, boom. Or let's say if you just want to kind of go back one page, just hit that and it goes back. You got your volume controls there, and that's to change the radio station. Below the touchscreen, there's physical AC controls. We want physical, keep it like that. And what's cool about this, you turn on and you have a little screen there. So you can see the temperature, exactly what you're setting to, the fan speed there. But this is kind of cool, is you can turn on the rear settings. Now that turns on the rear in the back here, so the rear people can get their own AC. They can't control that. You have to kind of go and manually turn on what you want them to be in the back. They can't set it. But I don't know what RR settings are. I'm assuming it's, referring to the rear here, but rear, what settings? What's the next R? If you know that, let me know in the comments below. It's rear something, I'm assuming. And this vehicle does have a wireless charging pad. It's down here, but at first I thought it was that, and I don't know what this is for. I mean, I guess you could put some little snacks or something there, but down here is your wireless charging pad, and then you got another spot to put a phone there if you want to. You have a USB-C, USB-A port, and then a cigarette outlet port. Down here, you have 2 cup holders. This is your old gear lever, but it's not a gear lever. There's buttons. So hit the brake there, and then drive, sport, neutral, park, or reverse, sorry, and then park. This is your drive mode selector. So you have normal, snow, mud, and sand. So those are all the different drive modes. There was no actual sport mode, which is kind of odd in this vehicle. Your auto start stop, turn that off if you don't want. This leather trim piece here, it's super comfortable. Open this up and you have a massive storage pocket. This is like the pocket for my camera. Put that in there, fits totally fine. And then you have like a little pen holder here. So you can put little pens and store it there. The rear of the Honda Ridgeline is actually very cool and simple. You got Ridgeline all the way across the front there. Nothing else, just Ridgeline. Everyone knows exactly what you're driving. Even the Honda badge is tiny in the corner. They want to know you're driving a Ridgeline. All the way on that side, there's a sport badge. And then these taillights in the back, I'm pretty sure are incandescent. The taillights themselves are incandescent and the turn signals are. If I'm wrong about the taillights, let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty sure they are though. And then you've got the license plate holder right front and center. And then you've got dual exhaust tips. So this vehicle has dual exhaust tips that are pretty nice. I could fit my whole hand in there if I want to. These are not fake, they're real. And then you got your trailer hitch. In the rear here is where the Ridgeline shines. So you can hit this and open up like any normal truck. Whoa, that's actually very heavy. So you can open up like a normal bed here and oh, that's actually very heavy. I know I'm weak, but that is still pretty heavy. Or you can open it up this way, kind of like a hatch or like a normal kind of trunk style. It's very cool. So if you want to easily then climb in here, you can do it. So you could do it both ways. But what's really cool about this is let's see if I can do this with one hand. I might have to cut it. Oh, no, I could probably do it. So you can use a key from the key fob, open this up, and it has a secret compartment in here. And it's massive to the point where, you know what, let's do it. I could fit my whole entire body in here. I know I'm not the tallest, but I could just pretty much lay down here totally fine. You got your spare tire and jack, so they still have the spare tire. That is kind of hard to get to. You could pull this thing out, it's like a sled. So it's a lot more work than a normal spare tire, but at least you still have it. And then you do have a drain plug. So this could actually be used as a cooler. So if you're going tailgating, you can put a bunch of drinks in here and then put some ice. And then when you're done, undo that and the water goes out. But it's a truck and you got to put stuff in the back. Well, this front to back here, it's 5'7", and left to right, it's 5'1". Now I'm 5'8", so let's put this to the test. So if I put my head all the way back here and lay down, I could pretty much lay completely down, put a mattress in here, it'd be kind of nice. You have two lights on this side and that side. And something that I missed before is, I'm pretty sure, let's see if I can go unlock this. There's a little secret hidden compartment and you have more storage. So just like you have storage under here, you also have it there. So how does it drive on the road? Well, it drives like a truck. I mean, this is not no small kind of SUV that's more chill. It has some beefy off-road tires. So it takes all the potholes extremely well, but you hear the road. You hear all those little potholes. I wish there was more sound deadening in this vehicle. It would make it a little nicer. You hear every little thing when you drive over it. Again, it's not like crazy the end of the world, but just letting you know you do hear a lot of that stuff. Handling, super nice. You can throw this kind of thing around. It's more bubbly. It's not stiffer suspension, but so you do kind of throw your body around when you're moving it, but the seat holds you into place, very nice. Let me kind of come up to a stop here. Let me slam on the brakes kind of a little harder, and it stops. When you want to stop, it does exactly that. Now let me kind of hit on it from a stop here. I'm not going to do it too hard. Well, yep, that was a little too hard. You guys flew there. And like you just saw with that clip, you step on it, this thing goes. It kicks you back. That V6 engine is extremely powerful for what it is. Now, overall, you're high up in this vehicle. It's a nice ride. It's a nice feel. What this reminds me of is like the family man's truck. It's not too overly aggressive of a truck. It's not too crazy in price. It's an average, $41,000, and it does what you need to do. So if you want to take your family in the rear on a vacation, you could do that. Throw a 2x4 in the bed. You could do that. It's the best of both worlds, and I think that's where the Honda Ridgeline shines. But the real question is, what do you think about this vehicle? Do you like it, or do you absolutely hate it? And do you think it's worth the $41,000? Let me know in the comments below. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep updated with more content. And a huge thank you to Executive Honda of Wallingford, Connecticut for allowing me to use this vehicle for the day. Their information will be linked down in the description below.